This church became independent about 4 years ago, give or take. And on the very first day of this church's history as the Crossing, we started with negative $25,000 in the bank. Negative. That means we're already in debt. We had someone loan some money so that we could buy the equipment we needed, and we started in the hole. And I went back and looked, because one of the things that we said is we were going to be a church where our DNA, our genetic makeup, was we were going to always think of others more than ourselves. We are going to be so generous that, to be quite honest, it's going to look foolish. We call it irresponsible generosity. It's going to look foolish. It's not going to make sense. And so this is a church that started out with negative $25,000 in the bank. But since 2013, in the last 3.5 years as a church family, we have given away $270,961. Now, when I say given away almost $271,000, that means we've given it to missions, we've given it to community outreach, and we've given it to benevolence, meaning people right here within this church family when they've had needs. $271,000 in the last 3.5 years has been given away because, again, we're trying to be the kind of church that we do things that it just doesn't make sense, and it looks foolish. Here's the thing that I found was really interesting. Our annual budget in 2013, that means all the money we put into budget for all of our bills, our expenses, our staff, and everything, our annual budget was $239,373. So that means we have given away in the last 3.5 years more money than we depended on in the year 2013. That looks foolish. It feels foolish when we're doing it. Trust me. But what we have found time and time again is while we could have kept it for ourselves, there's plenty of areas that we could have justified spending it for. We have lots of good things out there that we could invest in. But we wanted to invest in the right things, not the good things, but the right things. And God has continued to bless this church in ways that just don't make sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And what we are learning is we cannot outgive God. We have never missed a bill. We've never missed a payment. We've always had everything we've needed when we've needed it. And we will not ever, as long as I'm the lead pastor of this church, lose that heart. We are going to be a church that looks foolish when it comes to giving money to missions, giving money to our community, and giving to those in our family who have need. And here's why I share that. Because right now what I'm about to say is not only going to sound foolish, but it feels foolish. I have struggled with this. I have really worried over this. But here's the thing. A month and a half ago, God gave us an incredible gift. He gave us a 54-acre campus, 3 buildings, a worship center that seats 600 people. And I say give because $2 million is not giving, but here's the deal. Anybody that's seen it has said, boy, they could have gotten a whole lot more for that. But I believe that God is blessing us, and I believe God gave us a miracle. He gave us a miraculous gift that does not make sense to any of the experts. Anybody that's ever been through that building, they're like, how did you do that? It makes no sense. I never would have expected it. And any of you that's been around, you wouldn't expect it. But here's the deal. I don't believe God gave us that to just save us a little money. I believe God gave us that because He wants us to continue to always think of others first. And here's the thing. Because God did that, I feel very, very compelled to draw a circle in the sand and say, we are going to pay for it in the next 3 years. Now, this is why this is a big circle. First of all, this church has never given a special offering over a period of months larger than $125,000. All the experts, all the people have said if we do a campaign that a church our size, we'll probably get anywhere from $500,000 to $800,000. If we do an excellent job, we'll get $800,000 over a 3-year period. 500, that's what the statistics say. But we are not a normal church. We're not like that. And I believe that if God is going to hand us this gift, we are not going to look that gift horse in the mouth. And we're going to do it. And I don't know how we're going to do it. I have no sugar daddies lined up for me. I've had nobody that's come up and said, hey, I'll give you $500,000. Oh, I'll give you $2 million. I'll raise you another $1 million. Well, there's nobody that's come to me and said, I'm giving you this, I'm giving you that. Our history as a church has not demonstrated that we just got that kind of money laying around. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I can't compute it. I can't figure it out. But this I do know. God is powerful, and He is bigger than my biggest fears, and He is bigger than our greatest obstacles and challenges. And so I'm going to do something that other people would say, you're crazy, this looks foolish, but I'm drawing a circle in the sand, and we as a church, corporately and individually, are going to pay it off $2 million over the next 3 years. Now I'm going to tell you something else the experts have said. Do a church campaign and watch people leave, because they will leave during church campaigns. They'll come back when it's over. We're not like that, church, because we've locked the doors. You're not going anywhere. We're going to gut it out. We're going to draw a circle in the sand. And we're going to depend on our mighty God to do things that none of us can explain, none of us can imagine, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Because our God is big, and he is mighty. And so I'm going to challenge you to join me there, because I'm drawing the circle, and there's plenty of room. I'm making a lot of room in there for you too. It is not a semicircle. It is a circle. And I'm going to stand in that circle until we pay it off. A.W. Tozer says, God is looking for people through whom he can do the impossible. What a pity we only plan to do only the things that we can do ourselves. Not us. Not us. We're going to allow God to do the impossible through each and every single one of us. And when we do, when we draw that circle and he delivers, he and he alone will receive all the credit, all the glory, and all the honor. And we will celebrate, because God is moving right now, right here, through you and through me. So I'm going to ask you to take your feet.